Hello, it's Renee, the Practical Shaman, and it's time for another wind whistling lesson. There's lots of wind whistling lessons on the YouTube channel. I want to preface this by saying there's lots of different ways to play the wind whistle. For example, I could pull a card. This happens to be the South Wind Notice, and I could call to that wind energy. And when I do that, I usually breathe in to the count of 10. I hold to the count of 10, and then I breathe out to the count of 10, and I purposely stay empty. And in that first wind breath, I always connect to the earth. On the second wind breath, I call in notice. I call notice in to come in with me on that breath and to merge with notice on the exhale. So I do the same thing. And on that third wind breath in, I breathe in, I hold, I breathe out, and I connect with the energy of, the divine in this divine wind notice. Now there's 34 wind cards in your wind deck, so you might, go in, reach in and grab one. And if you don't have wind cards, you can go any blog article on the practicalshaman.com has a free set. You can, get working with these winds, their energies. In fact, somebody who knows me really well the other day, I was telling her the story about the Lakota wind, and we had both been in the Lakota lodge where there was a lot of tension, a lot of separation. A lot of people went and got their own lodges. And when I told her the story about Tate, the Lakota wind, and how the all of the wind brothers were in one lodge, and then along comes something that got the gold that got their eye. In this case, it was, a woman. They all started fighting over this wind, and then Tate sent each of the cardinal winds off to their own quadrant of the sky. So as you work with winds of spirit, there's a lesson in each of the winds themselves. And people who really get to work with these winds get to know their energies. Like Oya comes in with a charge, and Mari is a lot more loving. And let's see, oh, we just got Shu, the wind of separation. And all of these are about grounding yourself in nature, getting connected to these nature spirits, and they're alive. It's not like something we have a wind whistle, there's no aliveness to it. But a quick little wind whistling lesson. So here is where you blow into. On the bottom side is where you control the sound. And I do it like I use my hand like a flapper, and I control that. And sometimes it controls me. And this is an original wind whistle, but the same philosophy goes that you blow in here, you hold it here, and you can hold it and look at you. So you go in to blow in. Now, if I wanted to do a wind breath, what would we do? We'd breathe in. We'd hold it. And then we'd connect with Shu. And we learn, and the more we practice, the better our breathing goes. And sometimes I'll just play 3 whistles, and I don't know why the number 3, but that's what I play. And will connect me to, connect me to source, to spirit. And I think these are the biggest self-soothing tools, that if you have anxiety, you're anxious, you just take out your wind whistle and it will definitely ground you by the time you do these 3 deep wind breaths. Now, when I say I was connecting with Shu and I had reached in here and I had pulled a wind for a client, when I blow out with Shu, I usually get a whole vivid story. But just for basic wind whistling, it's really simple. You breathe in and you breathe out through this. Now, for some of you who have purchased this new I'm calling it the grande whistle. I was using it this morning on the Shaman's Cave, that weekly podcast I do with Sandra Ingerman. And let me tell you, this must have a big belly, a big bowl. So this is like, Sandra likened it to the community drum. So you have to like really, you really have to get that big, deep wind breath in. And I'm going to have to work with this one because I can hardly get that. My breath is empty before the wind whistle's ready to be emptied. So that's the lesson. So here's where the neck, and then here's where you use your flapper. And trust me, when you pull a wind, sometimes the sounds sound different in your own wind whistle. Sometimes the intensity is different. Sometimes I go for a really low. One thing I know is they're not altar decorations. They're designed to help you get more aligned to your nature, which everything is connected. Everything is created through your exhale, and these wind whistles are the perfect tool for that. Okay, if you have questions, put them in the comments. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to this channel. And if you want to know more, go over to thepracticalshaman.com or join us over at the Wind Clan on Facebook. All right, hope you have an awesome day.